much of nothing, are we?
Hi everybody, welcome to Mughat Farms. It's a beautiful day on the farm. Check it out. Lots and lots of snow for sure. Everywhere snow. And under the snow, a whole lot of ice. Back in my body shop days, this was prime weather. That's working out pretty good. So I'm going to go down and plow the driveway. And while I'm doing it, I think I'll catch you up on a couple of things. So we've had a lot of snow in the last week or so. Since last week, Gabriel hadn't been to school. It's late in the week. I think Monday was Martin Luther King Day, which was a holiday, and of course Gabriel didn't go to school. And then we got snow and more snow. And he hadn't been to school this week. And I don't think he's going tomorrow either. So that's gonna be 1 week out of school. How about that? Wow. I don't remember ever seeing that when I was a kid. Maybe once or twice. So we've been having a great week on the farm. Lots been going on, that's for sure. We're not making maple syrup right now. It's just too cold. We've been down in the low single digits. And yesterday morning when I left to deliver syrup, -3. Woohoo! That was nice and chilly. Making sure everything's good back there. Can you guys see back there? So yesterday was a long day for me. I ended up going down to Thomasville, North Carolina, then across the state to Turkey, North Carolina. Then when I was done there, I went through Richmond. I did stop in Charlottesville just briefly to deliver some more syrup, and then off to Stanton I went, and I got home around 7:30. So the day started around, I think it was 2:30 in the morning. I hit the road, and then by 7:30 or 7 or 7:30 last night, I was done. Literally done. I was so tired. I came home, had something to eat, went right to bed. So this weekend we don't have any guests. I thought we might have some guests this coming weekend, but it didn't work out that way. What I'm doing right now, I'm really not trying to move my rocks on the driveway. The goal is just to get the snow away so that the sun will melt the snow that's at the rocks. Unfortunately guys, we've got a little bit of ice under here too. I came in last night, it was dark, and my van stopped. It did not want to go through the snow. It's all-wheel drive. I thought we were not going to have any problems at all, but I hit a couple snow drifts and that was it. Took me a little bit to get through it. Thankfully I got back up to the house. So last weekend we were able to make some maple syrup. It was so good, guys. I really enjoyed doing that. I found a little problem with the RO, and I'm supposed to get some parts in. That's why I'm down at the bottom right now. I was hoping my parts were going to come in today, so I can take that post apart and get it fixed. They didn't make it in, and I've got work to do up on the mountain. I came around this corner last night, and my van stopped. It did not want to go through here at all. We have an all-wheel drive Toyota van. It's really cool, but sometimes, you know, the snow gets a little too deep. It just sat there and spun, and it just stopped. So although we made some syrup last week, we don't have the whole farm tapped out yet. We have a lot of the farm tapped, but not all of it. And as a result, we didn't make as much as we could have made, but that's okay. Warm weather's coming, and when it does, that water's gonna move. I'm kind of excited about that, to be honest with you. We didn't have as many guests coming and going this week. We kind of missed that. Usually in the summer months, we get a lot more guests. The winter months around here, not as much. Sometimes we'll get some snowshoers, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nice to have them come in. We're about an hour away from snowshoe. And even though we're an hour away, I haven't been skiing yet. Eventually, we're going to take the kids over there skiing. And if they got a tube park, I want to do that. That'll be a lot of fun. So some of the things we've got on the agenda for the week, the rest of the week, including the weekend, is running some more maple lines up on the top, the laterals. I've got 4 or 5 of those I've got to run. Probably more than that, actually. let's see what else. We gotta finish tapping. So I'm not sure if on Saturday I'm gonna start tapping again. We'll just have to wait and see. I wanna make sure I've got vacuum going when I'm doing that. Nady's coming today. That's why I'm plowing the driveway so Nady can get in. Tomorrow we're heading over to Karis, which is a project through a church in Weir's Cave. So what Karis does is they take the furniture, they sell it, and it goes to the community. And there's I want to say it's like a 60-40 split, and I'm okay with that. It's furniture that we're not going to need right now, and it goes to a great cause. If you've never heard of Karis, go to karisproject.org. In fact, I'll leave a link in the description below. I think they do some really nice stuff. This morning I found Truman laying down again. I have to say, that breaks my heart. I don't think he was down long. I got him back up, put him in the barn. Actually, I got him back up. I took my side-by-side over there. I put him in the back of the side-by-side. About the time I got him in, Emily came down and she was about to milk. So she helped drive Truman and I over to the barn. I put Truman inside, gave him some grain, and he's hanging out with his friends in the barn. So hopefully, you know, everything's going to be okay with him. He is old as dirt, that is for sure. And he's just a fun sheep. I like Truman. He's got a good personality, that's for sure. You look right there, that's Jackson. He looks just like Truman, except he's got a lot more fur, more fiber. Hi, Jackson. Over there are some milk cows. That's a sheep area, but the sheep are up on the hill. And the beef cows are over there. Well, they're supposed to be over there. We'll see them in just a minute. That might work better. Yeah, I think that's working a little better. So I'm going backwards with the blade down. I didn't set up my big blade on the big tractor. I really don't want to mess with that monster blade. We get closer to maple season or maple festival, I will definitely put on the big blade. So if I can get one tire on something semi-dry and not icy, there's no problem getting up here. We start here all the way to the house, it's a solid sheet of ice under the snow. I'd rather have a little snow on the ice than just plain ice. You might be able to tell some of the donuts I've done here. It's always a lot of fun. It's not all good for the driveway, but it's certainly a lot of fun. It is so windy outside. I know if I walk out, you guys are not going to be able to hear me. A lot of what we do this time of the year is feeding our animals and making sure everybody has water. Water is vitally important. An animal can go without feed for a couple of days, but it certainly can't go without water for a couple of days. We feed the cattle hay probably twice a week now. It just depends on how much they're eating and have they eaten it all down. I'm not going to give them a bale when they haven't completed that last bale. I want them to eat as much of the bale as possible, and some of it does go to waste. That's part of it. So really it doesn't go to waste. We use that hay. They can use it for bedding. That's not the best thing to use for hay, but we can also amend our soils with it too. So we move where they're going to be eating throughout the winter so that they're going to spread a little bit of that love everywhere around on the farm. Some days we feed them up near some days we feed them near the house here. Other days we feed them down by the cottage. And I will kind of move them about each place every other bale. That way they're not in the same place every single day, or they are for about 3 to 4 days when they're eating on that bale. But after that they go to a different place, and it works out really well. What else have we got to do on the farm, guys? Between doing the lines up on the mountain, fixing that RO, which I really don't know how to do that, but I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to do a video on it. We've just been really busy with just general farm stuff, and it's been fun. We had a big order to send to Food Lion, so we needed to get that labeled. That was a lot of fun. Gabriel helped me with that. I don't know if you caught that video. It was the last video we put out. And let's see, I'm sitting in the 4900. It's been down for the longest time, and I finally had some time when it got really cold, really nasty, to put everything back together. And as far as I can tell, this thing's back operational, and I love it. I love this little tractor. Probably ought to name this tractor Little Orange, I don't know. We need to come up with a name probably. But I do enjoy this tractor. I've had it for maybe 15 years now. It has been an absolute blessing. Let me say that. It has 700 hours on it, and I put most of them on there. So this thing doesn't owe me anything. I want to tell you that right now. I have beat this tractor up more ways than you can shake a stick at. So I'm listening to that wind. It's kicking out there, and I've got to go back out and get in it. Everybody, thank you for watching our videos. We hope you enjoy them. Do consider giving us a thumbs up. Until next time, God bless every one of you. This time of the year, especially at night when it's snowing, it is so quiet. Absolutely quiet. I love that.